Hi there, it's Stephanie, also known as Two Happy Cats, and today we are continuing on our Shin Hayarigami Blindman journey, story, thing, which will be very exciting. If it sounds like I'm speaking a little bit hushed, it's not to kind of create ambience, it's because I'm actually recording this at 10 p.m. at night. While all my parents are asleep, I've only got one of my 3 cats keeping me company, so let's hope there isn't a random jump scare because I will probably piss myself. Okay, let's get started. Continue. Yep. Okay, so also I will start reading out kind of the general story bits, like the narration and also my character's bits, but I'll keep, like, if anyone else besides my character speaks or besides narration, I'll just leave that because, like I said before, not a voice actor and I'm not even gonna try. Okay. We headed from the cell back to the office. When we arrived at the Special Law Enforcement Unit's office, I saw someone waiting for us. Why is everyone so mean to us? Why is everyone so mean towards our department? Like I said, we're like jacks of all trades. We're good at everything. Her name is Tachibana Misuzu. We graduated together from the same police academy. She works for the Prefecture's Crime Scene Investigation Department, Division 1. Tachibana was one of the top students in her class. She works at the main police headquarters, but has come down to Town C to help with the case. So this case must be pretty, like, shocking. I mean, obviously it's shocking. The guy lost his eyes and teeth, but clearly he's gotten some attention. Oh, okay, so even though she's mean towards our department, seems like she's a good friend to us. Frankly, I didn't really like her attitude, but I knew she meant well. She just doesn't like wasting her time on etiquette. Okay. Give me a break, Mizuzu. Let's get to the point. What have you found out about the victim? Ooh, okay. While she was speaking, she placed a document on the table. Okay, we've got a name now. And we've got a file. Should we see what the file's got? Yeah. What was it? Where is it? File. Database? Okay, it's just information on what the crime lab is. Okay, we don't need that. I've played enough crime games and watched enough Criminal Minds. Impressive work. Wasn't the victim unidentifiable due to all his teeth being pulled out? Guys, I said last time, check fingerprints. I mean, they looked under his fingernails, but not his fingerprints. What did you find? Sorry, I didn't need to do that. Space. We just stood there staring blankly at her. She knew exactly what she was doing. All she wanted was for us to say, we don't know. Misuzu looked around the room proudly. The fact that she identified the victim with little to no evidence made her gleam with accomplishment. Well, I don't think that it's going to be that simple. My name still has that awkward space. I changed it after I finished recording. Let me just... maybe options? Oh, okay, no, we're just going to stick with the awkward space on the name. I don't know if you... Oh, here we go. Change name. Done. Okay. Hopefully that will fix it. Okay, no it didn't. Sekimoto mentioned that there still might be more victims later on. I thought back to the argument just earlier that really irritated me. He still might be hiding something. My stomach churned as Kuroda pointed out my contradiction. It was true that whenever Sekimoto spoke, it filled me with rage. That's true, but this is a different matter. If there's a possibility of another crime, we are the only ones who can stop it. The First Investigation Division has their hands full now with the Tamura case, and we can't afford to allocate any more resources. And if that's the case, the slew is the only one who can handle the upcoming crimes. Even if what Sekimoto said turns out to be false, at least there won't be any more victims. He said that the murderer is Blindman, the same one from the famous urban legend. Why is she so rude? Okay, I couldn't argue with her. Maybe Sekimoto really was just making fun of us, but he still might be hiding some valuable information. It might be a good idea to use the information provided by Misuzu. But it might not be a good idea for Misuzu and Sekimoto to meet face to face. Yeah, can you imagine that clash of personalities? I could really tell these two would tear each other apart. Good call. Okay, no. Are you interested in him? Okay, no, maybe I took that the wrong way. Okay, let's do a courage meter. Okay, let's go. Even though they'll tear each other apart, maybe it will like antagonize him enough that he'll reveal more information. So let's go meet Sekimoto. I should visit Sekimoto. Maybe we could get some new information out of him. With that in mind, we headed back to his cell. I don't let my personal feelings interfere with my job. This visit is strictly business. Careful, Misuzu, this one has a silver tongue. Yes. That's correct. Okay, good. She's straight to the point. I like that. I respect her, even if she's a bit curt. Misuzu was smiling. That meant she was about to mock him. I have a bad feeling about this. Yep, me too. Kazumori whispered anxiously. I just remember that she really doesn't believe in these sorts of things. I should cut their conversation short before it gets too heated. Misuzu, I think that's enough for today. Don't you still have some work to do? Alright, knock it off, you two. It's not worth it, Misuzu. The two exchange smiles, although I don't think I'm the only one sensing the underlying hostility. Misuzu said she was going to get back to work and return to the crime lab. As soon as she left, we received a call from the chief of the 1st Investigation Division, asking for us to bring in anyone who knew the victim, Tamamura Kotaro. Kotaro? Yeah. Normally it would be a member of the investigation team's job, but they have their hands full at the moment. As soon as they sent us the information we needed, Kazumori and I went out to question the people on the list. Okay, let's get to questioning. Thank you for your time, Minase Haruka. Oh, she's cute. It wasn't unreasonable for this woman who was barely in her 20s to be a little uneasy. I tried to put on a friendly face so she wouldn't feel intimidated. I mean, looking at that interrogation room, it literally looks like something out of like a serial killer's dungeon. Maybe they could decorate a bit. I understand that you're nervous. This must be your first time paying a visit. Paying this place a visit. Right? But we just want to talk. Yeah, you've heard of the recent murder that occurred in this town a couple of days, right? What a casual conversation point. I wanted to ask you about Tamura Kotaro. We know everything. Where are the police? She seemed frightened by the information we collected. That made me suspicious. Maybe she knows something. Let's get straight to the point. How do you know the victim? I wonder if she was like a... We met by coincidence. I'm thinking she might be a mistress or something. Do you know who he was looking for and why? Wow. So Tamura came there on work-related business. Can you describe your relationship with him? We were just friends. Okay. Haruka drew back. This gesture makes me suspicious of her. This might be enough reason to hurt Tamura. I mean, there's a difference between like acting out of self-defense if you're scared of someone and ripping someone's eyeballs out. Sorry, I keep going back to the point. It's really kind of just stuck with me. Scared? How so? Oh, he was very physical. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, and that's inappropriate, Kazumori. Ugh. What? DV is the abbreviation for domestic violence. This term is commonly used for violence that happens within a familial home. In recent years, it has become a much bigger social problem, but the police surprisingly haven't done much to intervene. Haruka looked over at me, giving me a pleading look. I could tell from her eyes that she was genuinely worried about the situation. Please relax, Miss Haruka. You have nothing to worry about now. Holy, oh my god. Even the wisecracking Kazumori was left speechless. We could see a bruise that was still swollen on her neck. Did Tamura do that? Haruka nodded hesitantly. Her eyes began to well up with tears. I now realized she had desperately tried to cover it up with her hair. Haruka, that must have been difficult. I understand how you must have felt during that time. You must have been so angry when it happened, if I was in your situation. Okay, don't lead the witness. Come on, like... I don't want to be mean and be like, I would have taken my revenge. Like, she's a victim in this. I don't want to be, like, attacking her. But then I feel like when I say I would have filed a criminal complaint, I feel like that's a bit of victim shaming at the same time. I feel like the filing a criminal complaint might be quite a nasty thing to say to someone in that situation. So I'm going to go, I would have taken my revenge. Farewell, Courage Meter points. If I was in your situation, I would have taken revenge. Oh, screw off, Kazumori. I'm really disappointed in you. I'm sorry, I went too far, but I can't help feel like that on a personal level. Alright then, can I ask you a couple more questions? When Haruka showed us the bruise, we learned something. She had enough reason to murder Tamura. Could you give us some more details, Miss Haruka? Can you tell me where you were at the time of Tamura's death? Yeah, we didn't even tell her she's dead. We're just like, by the way, where were you? Exactly why I just said, do you have an alibi? Do you have any witness that can verify this? Oh, apparently she knew he was dead. Not at all, we're just going through protocol. We need more concrete information than that. Kazumori backed me up. He's trying to sound as nice as possible, but I can tell he is just as suspicious of her as I am. Haruka, you're putting yourself in a difficult position if you do this. Yeah, fair enough if she doesn't want to talk about it. I'm just on her side, you know? God, I'm so frustrated with Kazumori. He's such a twat. She suddenly became hysterical and there was nothing we could do anymore. Then Kuroda came in to check on us and ordered us to finish up the questioning with a bitter look on his face. We had no choice but to send her home. Yeah, she reacted that way because you were being a twat. Why does he wink whenever he says anything twatty? I agree with Kazumori, she's definitely hiding something. She has a solid motive too. I think she's involved somehow. Kuroda hurried us along as if we were working at a restaurant getting ready for lunchtime. The second person to interrogate today is Tsunahori Masaharu, the owner of the local brewery. His family has been brewing traditional alcohol in Town C for generations and is very popular among the locals. Their brewery is a very popular spot for the local police officers. Mr. Tsunahori is a confident artisan alcohol brewer. Say that 10 times fast. It's not an exaggeration to say that they make the most delicious sake every year in the spirit of craftsmanship. I felt bad that we had to interrogate him. Oh, it seems a bit tense between those two. I've had a bad feeling about this from the start. Having called Tsunahori in on such short notice, he appears rather bothered by it. I wanted to start out the interrogation with a calm atmosphere, so I tried to speak in the calmest manner I could. Mr. Tsunahori, thanks for coming in on such short notice, even with your busy schedule. Okay. Ah, yes. This is going to be tough. I can barely gain the upper hand in the conversation. Mr. Tsunahori, tell me about your relationship with Tamura. Okay. Oh. Can you elaborate on that? No. I'm not a loan expert, so could you briefly explain what that is? Loan retrieval is when a loan is abruptly cancelled and must be paid back immediately. That doesn't sound legal. Oof. Small to medium-sized companies usually can't afford to run their businesses alone. So that's why they borrow money from a bank to cover the rest of their expenses and pay back only a small percentage of the loan every month. This is a cycle and helps companies to stay in business, but if they're suddenly forced to pay back their loan, not their lawn, their lifeline will be cut off and they'll be forced to shut down. Gosh, when did this happen? Kazumori and I exchanged looks. It must have been bad. Without interjecting, I waited for Tsunahori to continue. Oh. Oh. Are you kidding me? This guy seems more and more like an awful person. I couldn't find the right words to say. I started to lose all sympathy for the victim, Tamura. Yeah, same, actually. Both Kazumori and I reacted to his direct reveal of a motive. Suzuhori quickly realized what he just said. He then cleared his throat and readjusted himself. But Tamura was murdered. What happened to your loan retrieval? Mr. Tsunahori, what were you doing at the time of Tamura's death? Kazumori, I think you're taking this a little too far. Calm down, Mr. Tsunahori. Tsunahori immediately reacted to the words that just left Kazumori's mouth. He grabbed Kazumori by the collar and stared at him right in the eyes. Knock it off, both of you. Whew. Okay. Ugh, you too. Both of them were acting like children. They were like two angry cats during mating season. Don't know if that's the best analogy. What, me? Oh, what should I do? How am I going to break this up? Is this a choice? Get angry, create a commotion. I don't want to use all my courage meter points though. Might just get angry at them. Aha! That's enough. You two are grown men, for goodness sake. Now sit down. Are you out of your minds? This is a police station. The same goes for you, Kazumori. Do you want to do your work in lockup tonight? And you, Tsunahori, you're the owner of a famous brewery. You shouldn't have fallen for his childish jabs. Now, shake hands, you two. Come on now. This seriously just reminds me of getting kids to make up after a fight. The two forcefully shook hands as they were told. That's better. No, we are the ones who should apologize, ma'am. The woman apologizing was Tsunahori's wife, Tsunahori Yuko. Someone must have called her over during the interrogation and commotion. Yuko and I kept apologizing to each other for a while. Right next to the woman was her son, Tsunahori Satoshi, but he didn't seem to understand what was going on. Kazumori, you always say one thing too many. Yeah, not impressed with Kazumori. Kazumori mumbled an apology under his breath. Any normal person would have properly apologized. Jeez, Kazumori. Correct. It doesn't seem like Tamura was a nice guy while he was alive. Grudge. Kid, how old are they? Kuroda left the room to get the next person for the interrogation. Okay, apparently we're interrogating a kid. Shortly after, a young woman showed up. Okay. Wait a minute, is this the right person? I thought you mentioned a manager at a welfare facility. Sensing what I was saying, the girl in front of me looked pained. So, Makimura Sanae. How could such a young girl be involved with a guy like Tamura? It can't be the same kind of relationship as Haruka's, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll try and go easy on her. Well, I will. Don't know about Kazumori. He left. Kazumori gestured over to me as if he was handing her off to me, like it was too much trouble for him. Why are all the men in the slough so worthless? Right? I turned my head towards Sanae as I let out the smallest sigh. Sorry for the fuss, but let's get started. My name is Steph, and that guy over there is Kazumori. It's nice to meet you. You've heard of the recent incident that happened in the town a couple of days ago, right? Well, we've identified the victim. His name is Tamura Kotaro, and he worked at the local bank. You know him, right? Oh, okay. Are you sure? Maybe we should show a picture. How is this possible? Why would she be here if she didn't know who he was? I have a feeling this is about to get very troublesome. I glanced over at Kazumori, but he pretended not to notice. So frustrating. Okay, she overheard something. That's important. That'll be fine. Anything you can tell us will be helpful to the investigation. Sanae gathered her thoughts and started talking again. Oh. So how come you're still working there? I see. She'd be a good nurse. I could sympathize with her situation, but she could have easily found a new job. Not in this economy. Care workers are in high demand at the moment. She says that she didn't know Tamura, so I decided to try to find out if it was really true. You said that you've never met Tamura, but you dislike the man? Yeah, I don't know what I'm asking either. He was the one who rejected the loan request, causing all the financial problems at your facility. So this is directly connected to the issues involving the payrolls, isn't it? Oh god, is he like flirting with the witness? Kazumori, we're not allowed to disclose personal information. Kazumori, there will be no mixing of official and personal affairs. Plus, this interrogation isn't over. Sanae, can I ask you one more question? What was your chief director doing today? We have some questions we would like to ask him, if that's okay. Is he a busy person? Oh my gosh, wow. Suicide? Her expression was hard to read. Kazumori and I didn't know how to respond to what she just said. As he said that, Kuroda started writing something on the whiteboard. He wrote down Tamura, the victim, and the 3 other people we interrogated: Haruka, Tsunehori, and Sanaya. It was clear that no one liked Tamura. Out of the 3, I think we can all agree that Tsunehori has the strongest motive. Kuroda nodded, but just stood there holding the tip of the marker against the whiteboard. He couldn't decide how to summarize all of this. Huh, me? Kuroda handed me the marker and I went over the whiteboard with my arms crossed. Something might be dug up out of the relationship between the victim, Tamura, and the others. I started writing anything that came to mind. I drew a simplified diagram that was in my head. There was hardly enough space on the whiteboard to write everything down. The whole picture that I had in my head was... Okay, inference logic. Okay, so this is where we do keywords. I feel like I'm in school with all this talk about final grades. Okay, so we can kind of change this around at the moment. So, this is all his keywords. Let's leave it blank for now. Can I zoom out? No. Okay, Blindman. Okay, so I guess this is when we know who the killer is. That is them. Okay, what's this? So, that's lone retrieval. Yep. And related to this, maybe insurance money? No, didn't know. Makimura didn't know tomorrow. For the moment. And this is that girl. Yeah, let's keep it like that for now. Okay, and then we go back. Sigh, something like this. I scribbled down everything that was in my head and put down the pen. To be honest, I wasn't even close to figuring out who the real killer was. The only thing that was clear was that we were missing too many pieces of the puzzle to this case. Kazumori was right, the existence of Blindman is just too strange. Originally, the man down in his cell, Sekimoto, was supposed to provide the investigation with critical information to help push this case forward. But all he talked about was Blindman, a character from his expertise of urban legends. And because of that, we are now forced to slowly gain territory as usual. Okay, so that's the end of the scene. Oh, I'm gonna save. Okay, save. Okay, let's go to title screen. So I will chat while we're looking at the title screen. Okay, so since this is a paid app, I won't be doing the entire game, and I'll probably stop doing these Let's Plays at this point. Because the whole point of doing this is so that you guys can get a little bit of a taste of what the game is like, and go out and buy it yourself and support the developer and the translator who put a lot of work into this. I really hope you did enjoy listening to me talk through this. I haven't really done a Let's Play before, so if you have any suggestions or anything, I would super duper appreciate it. So yeah, that's it. Again, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Till next time, bye bye.